There will never be a shortage of outtakes with these videos. That's half the fun! Well, hello Glue Troopers, and it's great to be back in the Tarbis. So there was a box waiting on me when I got home from this trip from Steve, and he says, I've been in and out of the VA hospital this week, so Steve, we hope you're doing better, for certain sure. I was able to get the Tamiya F16 CJ Revell Pro Finish P51B, and I found two Hawk Spitfires, which are in the Spitfire Messerschmitt box. And he says they're easy starter models. The canopies are under the false bottom of the box. Give them to a young modeler starting out. And some more information here for, I'm sending something to Steve. And Steve, it's with the packages that are gonna go out tomorrow. I'm going to the post office tomorrow. All you guys who I have told you I'm sending you something, it's gonna go out tomorrow. And it's in the mail, man. It's in the mail, I swear. Check's in the mail. So my sons tried to build the Hawk ME109s. Well, I'm glad they did. And you know, I actually have that Hawk ME109 up here. In fact, here's a picture of it that I took just for this occasion. And it's a great little road kit. Well, I had a story about the F-16 I thought I'd tell you just real quick. I was flying turboprops out of Panama City, Florida, which is near Tyndall Air Force Base, and the Gulf Coast Defenders. And one of our gate agents' husband was a captain in the Air Force flying F-15s. And I was talking to him because I've always thought the F-15 was just, you know, especially back then, you know, 1998, it was just the greatest fighter ever. And he told me that the F-16 Block 50s, which these are, actually gave the F-15s a real challenge in a dogfight because because they accelerated so quickly and they're so small and nimble. And I said, but you're in the F-15, man. You got those two big engines. He goes, yeah, and I got a lot of mass to push through the air. It takes time to get up to speed, even in F-15. And so ever since then, I've had a little special respect for the Block 50 F-16, because when an F-15 Eagle pilot tells you that an F-16 model can, give them a handful and a fur ball, then that commands respect. So I'm looking forward to getting around to that at some time. Now, I have not done any model building today. As soon as I got home, there were things going on here that needed my attention and are going to continue to, so that's probably going to drag me away from the channel and the model building off and on, but I'm off for a while, so I should still be able to get some content out. And speaking of content, I am planning to go ahead and try and hold a live stream tomorrow night if nothing gets in the way of that. I will plan to start at 7 o'clock East Coast time again, 2300 Zulu. This is more for the benefit of people across the ocean who like to chime in. But I would, if I can come up with enough to talk about, I'm going to stretch it to 3 hours, because I know some of you guys, it works for you if you're later. Please, I'm getting emails from people apologizing for not being at the live stream. That's okay. This is all in good fun. If you don't make it, not the end of the world. I'm thrilled that folks are showing up at all, so it's all good, man. No apologies needed from anybody. I actually feel a little guilty when I get an apology. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. So, speaking of the live stream, one of the things I thought we would talk about, so keep those Google Speaking of the live stream, one of the things I thought we would talk about is concept cars that never got kits made of them. In fact, I think most concept cars never got kits made out of them. And I think that's sad, because some of them are really wicked cool. This was all triggered by my recent little bit of information on the AMX3, and I just thought, it's such an awesome car. How could no one not make a kit out of that? For that matter, I don't think anybody ever made it. If they did, tell me. I might be wrong on this. Didn't somebody make a kit of Ed Straker's car from the TV show UFO? Because he and Paul Foster both had these really cool looking cars, which I think were built on Ford Granada chassis. And the big gold doors that open everything was always a guy just out of camera, just actually picking it up. You notice I don't think you ever see the whole door go up at one time unless he's pushing it up. And my understanding is he was talking about when he got out of the car, it was like, it was, you couldn't see it, but there was a stagehand, right out of camera range holding it up. So anyway, but it'll look cool on camera, and I think it got used in a porno years later, somebody or something like that. So it was Family Channel. We're not going to talk about that. So, but I did hear it. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Read it on the interweb, and so on the interweb must be true, right? So, in other modeling news, I got started on the Jolly Roger, and it has these little cannons with lots of flash on their little carriages and on their sweet little barrels that take forever trim off and not break and not drop. And there's 60 of them. Okay. So, get out the tweezers and the OptiVisor and a 6-pack, and you'll be able to tell by looking at the ones. He had 1 beer here, he had 5 beers there. Yeah, 1 time off. That's when this particular X-Acto knife is going to come in real handy, because it's good for that kind of finery. So, the Cold War builds. A few pictures have already started rolling in. I even had one person that sent me a picture with a green backdrop behind it, so I was able to cobble this together. Actually, this took about 40 minutes to put together, but with it I was able to do this. I know it's, come on, I threw this together in a hurry, but dun dun da 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 da. This is just sort of kind of a little gag thing I thought I might do if I get some green screen pictures of the models. But if you are going to take those pictures, let me give you a little quick and dirty on chroma key. Try to have the green screen as far away from the model as possible, because any green that reflects on it will make it thin out like this does. And that's not, guys, I appreciate that you're trying. It took me forever to get even basic chroma key to look halfway decent. If you look at my Godzilla versus the Wehrmacht, or even before that, my Air Operations, the Battle of Midway series, you're going to see some of my earlier green screen attempts, and they are not things of beauty. But you use a little sepia and add some green and, and everything, and it hides a multitude of sins. But I just, if you want to do that, that's great. If not, please don't worry about it. Do not go out of your way. Just, if you happen to have a piece of green poster board or something like that, that's smooth and one shade, and you can get it evenly lighted and put it at least 3 or 4 feet behind the model, then chances are it might render a fairly usable image. In fact, you know what? Let me just do something real quick. I'm going to take a couple of pictures of the V2 with this thing at different distances, and then I'll chroma key them when I get back to the computer, and just give you a little idea what I'm talking about. Oh, by the way, if the model you're using has a similar shade of green, it's probably best to use a blue one or a red one. You don't want colors on the model to match the background. The best colors, blue is good, green is good. Actually, red works pretty good. Black and white do not work at all. And gray, they're completely unusable because they're primary. The computer can't screen those out. So anyway, you know what? I'm just going to do this in real time. So let's see how this. If this runs long, what I will probably do, you know what, I'm just going to move the camera over here and let you see what I'm doing. And if this runs long, I'm sure I'll edit it up. Okay. And if you have any shadow in the background or anything, it's definitely going to cause problems. That's one of the reasons you want to move it. Okay. All right. Now you see that shadow? That would definitely cause problems. Now I'm going to take a quick picture with my telephone that I'll use on the computer. Now, I'll move it further away from the background of the picture. I'm going to move everything further, much a few feet away. I'd rather have my arm in the way, but anyway, the further away you are, right now, the light will bounce and hit. Now, if you know what, just again, since we're doing quick and dirty, come on, don't knock the whole shelf over. if you can put a light behind it, okay, and it doesn't have to be like this, I mean out of camera view, but behind it, then what that tends to do is as the green bounces, it comes back, this light overpowers the green light and gives it a sharper edge. So I'll take a picture of this. And we'll compare them. And again, welcome to Max's quick and dirty chroma key photography lesson. And hey, like I said, always something new on Max's models, right? So, okay, I'm gonna just stop the camera while I clean this mess up. Well, okay guys, let's go inside. I'll put this in the computer, start doing my digital magic and see what I can make out of it. I want you to understand that this is just kicks and giggles. All right, guys, have fun with it. If you don't want to do any of this, don't. It's not a problem. I want to thank everyone for all the images that they have been sending in. I'm actually starting to compartmentalize it now because Viewers Bill 22 will probably be not too far down the road. I'll wait for some more pictures to come in. Even one or two B25 showed up, so I'll be certain to show them. But we pretty much got most of the categories covered, and where this Cold War missile thing is, like I say, if you can get them to me sometime just before Halloween, I'll try to put it together on Halloween Day or have it ready Halloween Day. Let me real quick, while I'm here live on the interweb, I will check my schedule. I want to make sure when I'm going to be, and yeah, okay, I'm not working on Halloween or the day before, so we have hopefully we'll have a live stream on the 30th also. I'm off every Saturday this month. This pays to be senior. So we might have some more live streams, but well, I said Halloween, so if you get them in on the 30th, I'll just put it together Halloween Day, provided nothing gets in the way, and that'll be that. You know, what the heck, it's all in fun, right? So let's have a good time. Well, Steve, I hope you're doing okay, brother. And to all you glue troopers out there, hoping you all are doing well, enjoying your builds, and I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible at the live stream. And as always, guys, model on. boy, could edit this part out. So that's when okay, there was something else. I'm gonna have to lower the camera here because the angle matters. So, whoops. Good move, slick. Forgot, haven't glued it to the stand yet because I haven't painted it. So I hope that this channel and building models is giving you a little bit of an escape for that. And then I say that and then I bring it all up again. So sometimes I say the dumbest things. It's my superpower.